In this video we're gonna be designing a sci-fi knife. Let's go. Look, modeling is important, I know, but so is everything else in the design process. In our free Hard Surface Jumpstart course, you will not only feel more comfortable with hard surface modeling, but also confident with rendering and excited about your new game-changing portfolio. Link is in your video description. Let's get started. Hi guys, Ryuu here from Blender Bros and welcome to another toot. It's gonna be hard ups, box cutter, and every single add-on we can put our hands on that's gonna be helpful, like for example machine tools and mesh machine. So get them. Now let's start with the cube. So Shift A and let's the cube, right? So make sure you got a cavity on here. Awesome. So now what we need to do here, we need to flatten this down a bit, but not too much, okay? And make it a bit wider. I'm gonna be making a handle for this knife, right? Alright, cool. So let's actually make it a bit thicker. There we go. So now we need to create a handle out of this, right? So let's carve it with D and N-gon. So let's start a bit deeper here. Maybe allow that, and then go down here and press B for bevel and scroll to maybe 8. It's fine. It's space. In this place we're gonna connect the blade. So let's just go like this maybe. And a little bit deeper, or actually somewhere here, and maybe something like this, and also press B and space. Okay, cool. Can actually slice this front here a little bit. All right, so now this is a bit too thick, so we need to make it a bit thinner. And we're gonna also cut some cool shapes in here. So let's slice it like this, and then shift click on sharpen and move your mouse to the right. And then we're going to manipulate with this, okay? So R, and move it somewhere here. And maybe create something like this. That's an interesting shape here. Make it a bit more narrow. Yeah, there we go. And then we want another cut here. So shift click, and then we're gonna manipulate with this, right, and rotate it and move it somewhere here. So it kind of follows the pattern, and then we're gonna slice it from the front. So select this one, select the face, Control Q. If it doesn't work for you, go to Q menu. Mesh tools, align view, right? So Control Q and then hold shift and move it up like that. Click, go to object view, and we're gonna slice it like this here. Press space. You see that? Let's grab it. So I have a scroll. Let's make it larger. Rotate it and move it somewhere here. Okay. Cool. Now I'm not sure about these bevels. They're a little bit too strong. So let's recover the cut on the bottom. This one, and let's remove the bevel here, and we're gonna do it manually, I think. So let's see here, this could be beveled a little bit, right? These two could be beveled a little bit as well, not too much, and this one could be beveled a little bit stronger, so you know, something like that. Maybe that's a little bit better. Okay, cool. Here in the back we could cut something like this. And then X and slice, and let me see that. In fact, let's just shift this bowl to a regular cut. So have a scroll that, and let's just shift the bowl. There we go. We're gonna go to the top, and we're gonna slice it from the top here, like this. Right. Cool, and we're going to mirror it to the other side here. So we got something like this. Awesome. Let's just put some bevel so you can see what the hell is going on. Alright, let's cut another bit here with an N-gon. Let's go up here, and let's go up here like that. And press B. And cut, and then we're gonna cut another one here. Like this. This could be interesting. We're breaking the rules a little bit here. We're maintaining the angle here on these two. We just fix it a little bit, okay? So let's grab this edge here and GY, so the GX, move it a little bit so they kind of echo nicely here. It's gonna also echo with this one, and this one's gonna echo with this one, so it's looking pretty good. Here in the back we could create another cut, or maybe actually a smaller one here. Something like this going down, and B and space to cut through. Interesting. Okay, now here on this cut, yeah, what we need to do is we need to, I'm thinking about solidify this actually, you know, like that, right? There we go. This is interesting, and we can actually fix the end later on. Let's make it smaller bevel, weighted normals, and also shift click on sharpen and fix these angles here. There's one more at the top. There we go. Just be careful not to, you see, now this is gonna create this problem, because what we're doing here is we're fixing the auto smooth, right? So unfortunately this angle is too shallow. So what we're gonna do instead, after we apply the cutters, we're going to run edges here with bevel weight, so no wires. Okay, cool. Now here we can create a cut in the middle, so create a cut here, and I'm gonna actually grab that, and I'm gonna create a loop here. Okay, so a loop inside here, Control R, and I'm going to grab this and extend it here. Let's just go to occlude so we can see that. There we go, and move it all the way down here. Okay, can create another loop here in the middle, grab that here in the top and move it up. Okay, maybe somewhere here. It's gonna create a nice kind of like an interior here of this knife. We can make it a bit thicker, so SX, and you know, kind of scale it. But don't overdo it, because you are going to mess up this front here. Yeah, and that looks pretty good. Yeah, so technically we can apply this control sharpen. Awesome. So now let's just turn it off. Like I said, we're gonna be running here B weight, so I'll do that. Alt X with mesh machine to the other side, and on the back needs to be kind of smooth out, so we could do something like this. And also here we could just smooth it out a little bit. There we go. And what else we're missing? Front could be also a little bit more smooth, just a little bit. Same maybe here. So we kind of continue with this bevel theme. Here on the sides, what we want is a chamfer. It's gonna look really cool, right? Something like this. We can't go really too deep here because of this bevel, you know, but that's okay. What we can do here is resharpen this, and let me see this. Yeah, we're gonna have to run the bevel here manually. So, and then what we're gonna do is we're going to lower the bevel altogether to make it a little bit more machined-like. Yeah, this is important. Now another chamfer we need here, going all the way here. This can be larger, all right, even larger than that. So, you know, something really large like this. I think it's gonna look badass. Let's mirror to the other side. Here in the back, we could also use a chamfer, maybe a smaller one. Chamfers are a fantastic way of kind of enhancing, you know, the light bounces on your model. It's a really fantastic way of doing it. Here we definitely need the chamfer, right? And we could combine these two because it's gonna be problematic. So I just move it up here and run a mark sharp here. Same here, we want a chamfer. Okay, in fact we could have a bigger one to match the one on the bottom. There we go. Same here on these, we want chamfers. So click alt click with mesh machine, make it bigger, click alt click, and you know, make it bigger, right? It's gonna look pretty dope. Yeah, awesome. Alt X to the other side. Now we need to create a blade, right? So let's grab a cube and let's just scale this, move it up front somewhere here. Okay. Actually, let's move it in here like that. Cool, let's grab that and, you know, extrude it on Y. Now the blade cannot be longer than the knife, remember that, so, you know, don't be retarded. We're going to actually run like this, and going down, kind of maybe more aggressive, or maybe even something like this. Okay. And then like that, and go back here, like this, X and slice, and remove this. And you got a knife. Now we need to kind of place, actually spot on. Here we could get a cut, so we could get something like this, you know what I mean? There we go. Yeah, that's better, gonna echo. If you can echo stuff, because it's gonna look better. Here this knife is a little bit too thick, so we're going to go in and slice it like that. And then Alt X and mirror. How we're looking? We're looking pretty peachy. Now. Let me just grab this cutter here and, you know, move it out. There we go, that's better. We still do need a edge here, so shift click on show up and move to the right, boom, right? So now the angle of this cut could be a bit different, could be going down, because I think it's going to be a bit more aggressive. Could go from this point here, right, exactly to this point. So what we can do is select this face, shift S to face, and we're gonna be rotating on the cursor. Okay, so R, and just lift it up a little bit so it kind of aligns here, and the line's gonna go really nicely down. Looks pretty cool. Awesome. Now the top, you know, we could have some opening. Because why not? We could actually mimic these cuts. In fact, I could borrow Alt H Shift 2. We could borrow this cutter, so Shift D, RZ, and 180 to rotate it. Now let's just rotate back on individual origins. Let's just rotate it here. Let me see. Make it a bit smaller. And in fact, you know what? This way is gonna be better. So RY or X and then 180. So it's rotated this way. There you go. And maybe we can move it somewhere here like this. I think this is gonna be pretty cool. And difference, right? Yeah, that looks pretty awesome. And then here on the front, this could be actually a little bit bigger. So could be a bit more aggressive. Yeah. Maybe something like this. I don't know, maybe I'm gonna just keep one. Here we're gonna have a cut going up like that. Let me see that. This could be a little bit lower, to be honest. So let's just apply that. Move it a bit lower. Rotate it. Just a little bit sticks out, but not too much. Cool. And then all we need is here. We need some kind of, you know, I don't even know if we need this, to be honest. Let's see. Maybe that's better. I wonder. Okay, so now here, let's just cut it through. Right. And all we need to do is just plug in some kind of a screw here. Sharpen this and click, Alt click. Switch to loop select and chamfer. You can turn off loop slide. Let me see the difference. Okay, let's just fix this here. There we go. Okay. And just Alt X to the other side. And I think we got a knife. I'm not sure about this bottom though, you know. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. Okay, let's apply this. Let's grab these two verts and then GG, and then press C to extend it here. Combine these two and then alt text to the other side, right? And then all we need to do is simply fill this with a face. So we need to remove this face first and these two, and then just connect it, right? So F, and then remove this edge here. There we go. And I think this is gonna be better. Let me see that. Yeah, I think it looks a bit more strong. Now this blade is a little bit too thick here in the bottom, right? So we probably should, you know, get them closer together, right? So grab these two. So let's apply this. Let's multiply, right? And let's grab these two. Now let's move them closer. So GX, just move them closer here. And alt X, and it's gonna create some problems one more time. Let's grab these two here. It's just too thick, yeah. So GX, and you know, move it closer. Alt X, and now we're looking a bit better. This one still could be a bit closer. You know, making something infinitely sharp is not a good idea. But this, you know, this is good enough. Here too, this tip could be a little bit more tapered, so we can just grab a end gun and have some fun. And then mirror to the other side, right? So you're gonna get this kind of an interesting tip here in the front, right? So if you're gonna sharpen this up, and we're gonna run a custom bevel on this, so mark sharp. And that's all done. I'll take to the other side, and I'm gonna switch the bevel here. That's the bevel, right? But the bevel needs to be really small. Weight to normals, and then we're gonna switch the bevel to weight. Okay, so it's gonna be running on these edges as well here, right? Cool. Same here. We need to switch bevel to weight, so it's gonna catch on these edges here, right? One more time, let's just reweight them. So mark sharp, and mark sharp, and then I'll take to the other side. Let me see. There we go, and I got bevel here. There we go, and I got bevel here. Awesome. Cool, and I think that's it. The handle is a little bit long, to be honest, so what we could do is make it a bit longer. Let's just go here to occlude. Select everything and literally just extend it here manually. And this point here, I think, should be somewhere here. Oh, that's tricky. Maybe something like this. That's actually pretty cool, like that. Awesome, and then the screw, right? So that's easy. Let's go to Keytops, free inserts by Master Xeon on Gumroad, so not difficult to find. If you click on the link for Hardops and Box Cutter, you're gonna go to Master Xeon's Gumroad, and these plugins, I mean these inserts are there. So let's grab something like that. Add an insert and scale it down. Let's just reset the rotation. Rotate it on z-axis, make it smaller. I'm gonna be just eyeballing that. I can't be bothered, you know, fitting it properly. Let's select everything in edit to unhide it. And you could add a small bevel here. Why the hell not? And, you know, move it in here and then mirror to the other side, and there we go. Now what we're gonna do is grab these and Control P, and we're gonna parent. So when I'm gonna move this one, everything moves together. Select everything, and let's create a background. Let's see that. Now I'm gonna show you some cool mods, guys. We are working on Blendables material pack. It's gonna be fantastic. It's gonna be an add-on. Wait a minute, what's my here? So this is gonna be pretty cool. So yeah, there you go. So let's apply scale. Let's run a solidification, and then one more time. If you solidify, you're gonna see the plane, because otherwise you can't. It's infinitely thin. Yeah, this will do. Actually, let's move it a bit above it, so it's gonna be a nice contact shadow there, kind of like an AO going around. That looks pretty dope. I like it. Cool. So let's go to render view and let's add some mats. So let me show you what we have here. In fact, you know, I'm thinking that this one could be chamfered. Yeah. In fact, what we could do is run a bevel here on both of them. And then run the chamfer here. Right? Yeah, this is gonna be better. So awesome. So let's now grab some mats here. I'm gonna go to, now these mats are not available yet, but you can grab 3 of them for free on our subscribers cove. So click on the link in the video description and go to the our subscribers cove, and you can grab these mats for free. 3 of them, a preview. But like I said, this is gonna be coming with an add-on where you can adjust stuff. So okay, let's see. So now that looks pretty dope, I'm not gonna lie. This one here could be a bit different. Also, we need to unwrap this. In fact, before we do anything, let's just L select this and P and selection. This one needs to be unwrapped. You're not gonna be you will not have to unwrap these mats once they drop, but you know, this is a prototype. Let's think what we want to do here. That's the actually that looks pretty cool. This could be kind of like a white blade here. This would probably look awesome. This could be actually white as well, and this one could be darker. Although probably metallic blade would be better, because shiny steel or maybe polished aluminum. I'm thinking probably will look better. Here on this blade, you know, we could have a chamfer. Just saying. It's gonna add a bit of character. Maybe we're gonna go with a different material here, something darker. The machine steel may be actually really cool. Kind of looks awesome. Let's put the machine steel here as well then. I think it looks pretty nice. Cool. Okay. Alright, so now let's add some decals. Because without decals it's not looking as good. A small one here. Let's just adjust it and project it, and we're going to change the color here. To a black. That looks really nice. And here too we could have some, you know, some small decals. Something. Let's see, like this for example. Adjust. We're going to actually select this face and click here on this plus to create random orientation. Shift D X and just move it in here, and then maybe move it down here. It's a little bit drooping, so this is not the best way to apply decals, but you know, no one is watching. Cool. So you could create some bolts or whatnot like that, you know, one somewhere here on the bottom, and then one, let's say here, and one here, maybe on the top. right? So project them and apply some darker matte to them. Also D shift, there we go, and boom. So you can see them, but they're not really poking. This one probably should be metal, so let's just do that, and that will work. And there you go, very simple knife. So easy peasy. Now, like I said, these mods are coming, guys. They're really awesome. They're created by a pro artist in Substance Designer, and they're gonna be absolutely fantastic. So you know, we will let you know when they're out. But we're still working on the mods and working on the add-ons, so it's gonna take a while. We want to make sure that everything is, you know, well done. There you go, guys. Thanks so much for watching, and see you in the next one.